Namaste and welcome to Siddhi Yoga. My name is Amrita and today is the sixth day of our chakra series. As we are on sixth day, we are going to cover the sixth chakra, the Agya or the third eye chakra. Here you're going to learn the asanas to get the clarity and the consciousness. This chakra is situated over here between your eyebrows on your third eye center. If you usually see yourself confused and unable to make decisions, then there are chances that you have blockage on your third eye chakra. But yes, with this 20 minutes yoga session, you are going to unblock it. You will get the clarity and the consciousness. And if you want to practice with me daily, then you can join our free 14 days yoga challenge. Link you can find in description. Classes are available in both Hindi and English language, which you can practice according to your comfort anywhere, anytime. Now let's get started and take your position. Just sit down on your mats. Okay, so we are ready with placing our mat at a very good space, but better if you can place your mat somewhere close to wall. Wall is going to be helpful during the relaxing position, during the resting pose. So we are ready with placing our mat at a very good space, and better if you can place your mat somewhere close to wall. This is going to be helpful during the relaxation. Also, if you can carry any small cushion, then please keep it with you because this is going to be helpful during samasana practice to adjust yourself and to take a good support. Then let's get ready for the prayer. Here you need to sit down in Vajrasana in Thunderbolt position to attend the prayer. Extend your both legs front here and then shake your legs. Now you gently folding your left leg in towards your left hip. Take support with your hands and then lean over to the left side. Now just fold your right leg in. Try folding your both legs underneath your hips and try to join your thighs, your knees closer from front. Let me show you the position from back. The position is easy. Try to join your feet closer, but try touching your big toes completely with each other. You can roll your heels out and then you can catch your calves with your hands, roll them out. You can rest your hips on your heels. If you feel that this is not really very comfortable for your ankles, for your knees, then it's okay. With taking support through the cushion over here, underneath your hips, you can sit down more comfortably. And still, if you find this difficult, then it's okay to sit down with any comfortable other pose. Now, with keeping your spine straight, let's just rest the back palms over your thighs, close your eyes, relax, inhale deeper, exhale, relax your body, just relax your mind, be a little conscious about this position. Here we're gonna begin this session with chanting Om one time. If you're comfortable, you can chant with me. Otherwise, just listen to me carefully and feel the vibration of this chanting. So gently bend your elbows and join your palms front of your chest in prayer pose. Breathe in deeper again. Inhale deeper. With exhale, bow down your head on your folded palms. Breathe in, lift your head up, and then release your hands down on your thighs. Open your eyes, come back. Very nice. So this was the chanting, and now we're going to attend our asana practice. Here we're going to attend first the third eye gazing. Practice is easy. You need to simply move your eyeballs and try turning them up towards your third eye center, your forehead center. So here you can just try to look at me. Inhale. And then you're moving your eyeballs towards your third eye. And then slowly you can close your eyes. Again, you open your eyes and then move your eyeballs. Try gazing on your third eye. Now again, you can close your eyes. Let's do it 3 more times, everyone. Do it with me. Close your eyes first. And when you inhale, just open them. Try turning your eyeballs towards your forehead, just between your eyebrows. You can close your eyes. If you're having any kind of pain around your head, if you're having a headache, then you should avoid this practice. But yes, if a slight stimulation is happening, that's completely fine. Breathe in again, open your eyes, gaze at third eye center. It's okay to blink your eyes initially. And now you're closing your eyes again. Breathe in. Last round. Open your eyes, gaze on your third eye center. Hold this. And now just close your eyes again. Relax your eyeballs. Just relax your forehead. You can find some stimulation is happening around your forehead center. So be here with this. Try to release it. Spread that energy, that flow. And now slowly come back from the practice. Open your eyes. Very nice. So this was the beautiful practice. This helps to generate some energy and make you feel active and fresh very quickly. And now we are attending the asanas. Let's just do here the bound hand position while sitting with Vajrasana or while sitting with any other pose. Here you can bind your fingers behind your back. Just try to simply interlace your fingers and then make a fist. Roll your shoulders, breathe in. Try moving your fist as away as possible from your back. Open your heart completely. Move your fist more away. Open your heart. Try holding a gentle arch on your back. Hold this. 3, 2, and 1. Very slowly, slowly. Now this time you can rest your belly, your chest over your thighs. You can try bringing your forehead little front. And this time you're moving your fist, your palms as high as possible. If you can take it over your head, then great. Otherwise, it's okay. Just try moving them slightly away from your back. So if it is here, here, anywhere you can hold it. 3, 2, and then 1. Now very gently, slowly, just come up from the practice. Release your hands, just relax them. You can roll your shoulders now. Relax them. Very nice. Now this time we are getting ready for the next pose, which is a downward facing dog. For that, here you can take the position on your mat, place your palms front and then come to the tabletop position. After sitting with Vajrasana, you might need to relax your legs, so you can shake them first. And then just tuck in your toes with maintaining hip width distance between your feet. Here, you are lifting your knees up. Try turning your hips, your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Press your palms down and shift your weight back towards your heels. If you can touch your heels down, then great. Otherwise, just lift your heels, micro bend your legs at the knee. And here you're holding the nice position of downward facing dog. A practice of half inversion. This is improving the active blood flow towards your head, towards your third eye center. And this will create a really nice stimulation on your Agya Chakra. So be here with this. You can look between your feet or on your navel center. 3, 2, keep hanging your head between your hands. And then 1. Now very gently, slowly, you can drop your knees down on the mat. And now let's get ready for the next practice. From here, you are taking the position of warrior pose. So practice is easy. Again, you can come to the downward facing dog. And then just release your right leg, lift it up. Bend your leg at the knee and slowly, slowly you can start stepping your right foot all the way here between your both palms. If you can't bring it all the way front, it's okay to place your foot here in middle. Grab your ankle with your hand, slowly step it front, front and completely front. Then you're dropping your left heel down on the mat. Try maintaining your both heels in one line. From here, we are getting ready for the humble warrior, the easy variation. So you should be resting your palms on the inner side of your right foot and then you can walk front with your palms here. Try moving your head little down towards your right foot. If you find this difficult, then it's okay. Initially, you can rest your left knee down, but make sure you're stretching your arms little more front. Then you're bringing your head little more down. Hold this practice. The humble warrior variation. 3, 2, and then 1. Now let's just slowly come back. You can walk back with your palms and then step your right foot all the way back in downward facing dog. Relax here for a while and then let's do this practice of humble warrior from the other side. You should be raising your left leg up. Bend your leg at the knee. Bring your thigh a little close to your chest. Shift your weight front and then slowly step your left foot all the way between your both palms. Again, if you can't bring it front, place it here in middle, grab your ankle, step it slowly. And then with resting your palms on the inner side of your left foot, you should be stretching your hands front. Try making a cup shape of your palms. Move your head a little more down. Hold this position. Stay here in humble warrior. The variation which is making this practice easy. Again, you can try dropping your right knee down. Hold this in the easiest variation. 3, 2, and 1. Gently, slowly move with your hands again. Then place your palms by the side your left foot, stepping your left leg back. Drop your knees down. Just come to the child pose. Relax. Rest your forehead down. Stretch your arms front. This will help you to relax your back and your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now, let's get ready for the next practice, which is a dangling pose. The standing forward fold variation. So here once again, let's come to the downward facing dog, everyone. And then you're stepping your left foot front, somewhere here in middle, then your right foot front. Make sure you're maintaining little gap between your feet. Now you slowly move back with your hands. Keep micro bending your both legs at the knee and try binding your forearms here. Just catch your opposite elbow. Breathe in again, look front. With the breath out, you should be turning your head down between your both hands. Hold this position. A beautiful practice to improve the active blood flow towards your head and especially on your third eye energy center. Stay with this. 3, 2, and 1. Gently, slowly come back. Now you can catch your waist with your hands all the way. You can come up. Let's get ready for the next practice. Here, to attend this practice, I'm turning my face towards you. Open your feet a little wider. Just stand with the parallel feet position. Keep your heels, your toes in one line. Make sure you're finding really good balance while standing in this pose. If you are not comfortable, then you can take support through the wall as well. And now we are ready. So catch your waist with your hands and then get ready to do the intense wide leg forward bend stretch. Roll your shoulders. Try to bring your elbows close to each other from back. Inhale. Exhale. Just slowly push your hips back. Slowly, you're leaning front. Just bend forward. If you can stretch your legs more, then do it. Otherwise, it's okay to micro bend your legs at the knee. So hold this practice. You're completely finding balance on your feet and you're improving the blood flow towards your head, towards your third eye center. Stay with it for a while. Keep catching your waist, or if you're comfortable, you can even place your both palms here between your both feet. Stay with it. If you're comfortable, just try adding the third eye gaze practice. 3, 2, and then one. Now very slowly, just lengthen your spine, halfway you're coming up, and then just catch your waist all the way, come up completely. And now just bring your feet closer, step your right, your left foot in, relax and shake your legs here. Then we are just doing the relaxation in wide child position. So let's just sit down here in Vajrasana with the folded leg position. From front, you should be opening your knees little wider. And then stretch your hands front. Just walk front with your palms. And then bring your chest, your head little down on your mat. Stay with it for a while. You are stretching your legs, relaxing them more. You are relaxing your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, after this, let's get ready for the next practice, which is a sleeping swan position. And for this pose, here we're going to attend the base position of downward facing. Here, once again, you should be coming in downward facing dog position. Micro bend your both legs and then raise your right leg up. Now you can bend your right leg at the knee, shift your weight front slowly, and then just try dropping your right knee all the way between your both palms. If you can't drop it here, then you should be placing it somewhere in middle. Try to step it slowly in 2-3 times. Then just drop your left knee down, flat your toes. If you're leaning on the right side after sitting in this position, then better to take support through this cushion underneath your right hip. So I'm taking support and then I'm sitting in this pigeon pose position. From here, we are walking front with our hands and then slowly we can also try resting our forehead down. This is the position of sleeping swan, everyone. Stay here for a while. Just try to hold the whole energy here on your forehead center. 3, 2, and 1. Now very slowly lift your head, move your palms back, and then just move your right leg back. Here, you can come to the tabletop again. And then let's get ready to do this practice from the other side. Here you tuck in your toes, come to the downward dog, and then raise your left leg up. Bend your leg at the knee, shift your weight front, and bring your left knee all the way between your palms. Come to the pigeon pose. Now we are moving front and attending the sleeping swan. Stay with it. Relax. If you find it difficult, then it's okay to maintain the position on your forearms. And as I said, if you're leaning on this side, then carry some cushion underneath your left hip. Stay with it for a while. 3, 2, and 1. Gently place your hands by the side your chest, lift yourself up, and then come back from this practice. Come to the child pose. Very nice. After doing these practices of asanas, now let's do the relaxation. Here we are adding the practice doing leg up the wall. But yes, girls, during our month cycle, during our menstruation time, you should avoid doing this practice because it is a upside down position for your body. Okay, so here, if you have cushion, then keep it close to the wall, adjust your hips on it. And if you are not using the cushion, then you can place your mat close to wall. One by one, extend your both legs up. And let's just relax in this pose. Lay down, keep your hands by the side and give external rotation to your both legs. Relax yourself. Stay calm. Stay relaxed. Focus more towards your third eye center, on your forehead center. Breathe in. Breathe out. This practice is all helpful to balance your chakras, as these chakras are all situated in a line of your spine. And with this easy practice, you are giving the right direction to the flow of energy to these energy centers. Now, after taking rest, let's just slowly come back. Bring your feet closer, bend your legs at the knee. Take a turn on the side, and with the help of your arms, just come up, sit down with the cross leg position. Here, you can take support again with the cushion, and then sit with the straight spine and with the relaxed shoulders. Now, let's get ready for the closing of this session. So, here, you can rest the back palms over your knees, close your eyes, relax yourself. And then we're gonna chant Om one time and the Shanti Patha 3 times. Bend your elbows, just join your palms front of your chest. Breathe in deep. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Breathe in deep. Breathe out. Gently bow down your head on your folded palms. Breathe in, lift your head up. Gently rub your both palms. Generate the warm energy between your palms. And touch your palms on your eyes. Open your eyes into your palms. Close your eyes. Touch your palms on your face, neck, chest, abdomen, your whole body. Bring your hands back. Make a yoga mudra. Just catch your right wrist with your left palm behind your back and bow down completely on your mat. Thanks to God to give us this beautiful time to practice yoga. Inhale, come up, head up, Hari Om, that's it. So thank you everyone. Thank you for giving your precious time to me, and I hope you enjoyed this practice. This was all about balancing your third eye center, and of course this is a wonderful practice to activate your Agya Chakra. So I will see you in the next session with the more interesting and very useful asana practices. Take care of yourself. Till then, Hari Om. Namaste.